This is an old project that I built a few years ago. It's a leaf vacuum. It just goes to show you that old stuff is a lot better than the new stuff. This was a vacuum that I salvaged from the neighbor dude. Was throwing it in the trash. And the new housings, blower housings like this one here, the new ones are plastic and this one is like a cast aluminum. It's pretty thick and rather durable. Originally, the motor was connected directly to the impeller, but that created a problem because I sucked a stick or rock or something in there and it actually broke the crankshaft off the motor. So what I've done is I went up to Northern Hydraulics, one of my favorite places, and bought a go-kart rear axle. I cut that go-kart rear axle and got me some go-kart rear axle bearings, mounted them on these two holders right here, and cut the axle about 12 inches long or so, and turned it on my lathe. I've got a metal lathe. Turned it on my lathe to fit this impeller. Brought it over here, put the pulley on there, and made a pulley drive. So now if something gets caught up in there, the theory is that this will slip and I won't break anything on my motor. Now, if you look at this motor, this thing is probably old as Methuselah. I mean, it's it's rusted. It's in pretty bad shape. But it's not like these new motors. I mean, this motor here is set for 2 years. I poured gas in it, put the choke on, pulled it one time, and it cranked right up. Didn't have to rebuild the carburetor. Didn't have to do none of the stuff that you have to do to a new Briggs & Stratton. I sure wish they made them like this, but they just don't make them like this no more. That's why I don't even want to paint it. I'm scared if I do anything to it, it won't run like it's supposed to anymore. What I did as far as for adjusting the belt, I welded the mounting plate for this 5 horsepower Briggs, and I welded it to 2 pieces of 3/4 inch black iron pipe, like gas pipe. I ran that black iron pipe through this threaded rod, and I've got the threaded rod actually just used flat washers and welded it down to this platform. So when I adjust these nuts right here, these nuts will actually tighten up the belt. This nut on the back right here tightens the belt up. This nut right here locks it down. That gives you belt tension. I've actually got it a little bit loose. It doesn't seem to create a problem. It does heat up a little bit because it's loose, but the little bit that I'm going to use it just to get the leaves up, I think it'd be fine. I really need to be able to cover to go around it in case that thing does fly off of there. I wouldn't want to be in the way. Anyway, I've got this thing mounted on a 5-foot wide trailer. It's 8 foot long and 4 foot high, so it holds a considerable amount of leaves and debris. And if I put lights on it and tags, I could actually probably tow it down the road. In fact, I might not even need tags because it's actually a piece of equipment, and you don't really have to have tags on a piece of equipment. So it's not really a trailer. Anyway, I just kind of improvised the door on the back here with a piece of electrical EMT pipe. I'm an electrician, so that's where all the EMT pipe comes in. Now this piece of hose right here didn't come with it. I bought this piece of hose from a company local here in Richmond, Virginia. I can't think of the name of the company, but I'll try to post either a link to their website or a copy of their business card and attach it to this video. The chute coming out of the top of this thing is just 6-inch PVC pipe, a couple 45s and a 90, and it's supposed to be a schedule 40, I think is what it said, but I swear it looks awful thick to be schedule 40. It's pretty thick. I couldn't really find a schedule mark on. Oh, there, yep, there it is right there. Schedule 40, just like I said. Written right there. It's pretty thick pipe, so hopefully it'll last longer than the pipe that I put on it the first time. It blew a hole in it fairly short order. Let's see. Looks like it's developing a crack right here actually. So that's going to be the stress point of the whole thing right there. And you know, rocks and sticks and stuff is what does that. If you just stick with picking up leaves, you should be all right. But rocks and sticks will do it every time. Now, this is a nozzle end made out of a piece of Schedule 40 PVC pipe. The handle, of course, is electrical EMT 3/4 inch trade size, and then I put a little shoe on the bottom to hold it up off the ground. That's a 1/2 inch EMT, and I mean it keeps it up off the ground enough where because believe it or not, without that shoe on there, that thing will suck down to the ground, and it's a dickens to get up. It's got a powerful lot of suction. So anyway, I'm gonna crank this thing up and run it so you guys can see exactly what it does while it's running. Only thing I don't like about it is it's kind of heavy to carry. So a lot of times I just lay it down and rake the leaves up to it and let it suck it up. Anyway, might have to do 2 parts to the video, depends on how long it is, but let's get this thing fired up so you can check it out. you have it.